Happy day, folks. If you saw my announcement about how excited I am to read this book with you, Taming the Tongue by Mark Kinzer, I'm going to read it with you insofar as in June and July, dates below, a series of Thursdays, I will literally go chapter by chapter, picking out key excerpts of information sort of to read this book to you, because I know the truth, unfortunately, that most of you won't read it, but I'm hoping you'll buy it. I don't know the man, Mark Kinzer. I don't have any royalties from this book. I'm just an educator. I'm a disciple of the Lord who wants to bring you truth to help you. Truth is to help you. So this book, Taming the Tongue by Mark Kinzer, it has such great information about how do we corral the power that exists within our words, because words have power. The expression sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me is a malarkey. Everybody knows it's credola. I'm trying to not curse, but it's utter BS. Words have power. Now, as we grow and become adults, we learn how to not take on the words in a manner that debilitates us, that causes us to be resentful or negative. So indeed, you can tell me a lot of crap about me and it doesn't make me feel good, but I don't take it on as my identity. That's what you learn as you get older. You can let it go a lot easier. However, depends on who it's coming from. So Taming the Tongue, it's 7 chapters, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Listen to what some of the chapters are. I just want to read you what the chapters are. Death and life are in the power of the tongue. That's what we're going to do on June 2nd. On June 23rd, warring with the tongue. June 30th, whispering with the neighbor. You can hear words of gossip in there. You can hear words of, oh, bless her heart. I need to tell you about, let's pray for, right? So that whole realm. July 7th, slapping with a smile. This one is particularly poignant and timely because it is about negative humor. How we use humor in that, oh, I must like you if I'm making fun of you. Negative humor is like slapping someone with a smile. So that's what that chapter is going to be about. Bridled to build. This is now moving into, after we've been discussing, those first 4 chapters, we're discussing kind of the negative aspects of the tongue and why words have extreme power to hurt, to cause pain, to tear down. Not just others, but yourself. You speak life or death over not just other people, but yourself. So the entire world, your entire reality is affected by what you're speaking. Now, the last 3 chapters moves into sort of the power of the tongue to affect great change, to affect greatness. And so July 14th, we're going to be looking at Bridled to Build. And Bridled to Build, he starts going into how to effectively use this tool of the tongue. And you must have mastery of this tool. There's skill involved. You must have a clear vision of the goal of this tool. What work do you want to accomplish by your words? So what's the vision you have for what you're saying? Why are you saying it at all? What's the purpose, the vision? And then you must know how to use it best. And that's tapping into the world of wisdom, discernment. So this is what this chapter and the other chapters are going to go into. July 23rd, we're going to talk about a tongue seasoned with grace. This becomes a lot of that wisdom element. Again, skill and the vision and wisdom. And July 28th, we're going to wrap up with a tongue that glorifies God. And he says, if the strength of the stallion is to be put to any constructive use, the horse must first be broken and bridled. It must learn to follow the directions of its master rather than its own willful impulses. Our ultimate goal is not merely to check and restrain the tongue, but to harness its power for the service of the kingdom. So folks, buy this book, The Taming the Tongue by Mark Kinzer. I have a link to join a live Zoom group. It's open to the public. I'll record it in case you miss one of the Thursdays, because I want you to participate in the Taming the Tongue. This is a skill. This is a vision. This is wisdom for how we all can participate in making our world a better place, at least the corner of the world you operate in, folks. You can change the world as you focus on your corner of it and what you're doing in it, with whom you're doing it with, what you're listening to, what you're watching, what you're saying. So join me in June and July. Go buy this book, read it. If you're not going to read it, at least listen to me read it, and then join those Zoom meetings and we'll talk about it. All right, shalom.